What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Bean and Chisme Show. I love doing that. It's my pretend horn. We are live here in San Antonio, Texas, and we are a show of comedy, community, and culture. And tonight's episode, I have a very special guest, comedian Selena Gomez, and she's the original Selena Gomez, just letting you know. You want to stick around for this interview, you guys. We have a lot of Chisme to cover tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. And if you are watching, please share with all your comadres, share with your neighbor. I don't care who you share with, quite honestly, just share, okay? But before we get started, I wanted to say thank you to our sponsors. First of all, we are in the Credit Human Building, the headquarters in San Antonio, Texas, at the Pearl, and it's a beautiful location. They are a credit union dedicated to helping the community get to financial wealth, financial wellness, and they help you with all of the things. So if you are looking for a credit union that is gonna welcome you with open arms, Credit Human is the spot. And also I wanna say thank you so much to tonight's sponsor, which is Universal Rehab. Oh my God, I knew I was gonna forget, Universal Rehab. Big shout out to Dr. Julio Regalado. He is our new sponsor. And I wanted to also say a shout out to his wife, Arlene, who hooked us up. And, you know, my neck, my back, my crack, all that's about to get cracked, you guys. I'm so excited to go to Universal Rehab this week. So shout out to them. And thank you so much for your sponsorship. All right, we're going to get to the interview. But before we get that, we're going to give you a sneak peek of comedian Selena Gomez.
I'm not like those other blind people who don't like to be pitied. Yeah, I'm not one of those blinds at all. I also, they're very independent blind people. They like everyone to know that they can cook and clean and shower by themselves. And I never even wanted to do that when I could see. I absolutely love when people do stuff for me. It's the greatest. I also hate blind people who are overachievers. Right? Like anybody who has a disability, and you're like, ugh, I'm a piece of shit. Yeah, there's one blind man who he will touch someone's face, first off, gross. And then he will go and paint their portrait, and apparently it's exact, right? And it's like, way to go. You just made art that other blind people can't enjoy.
All right, everybody, without further ado, I'd like to introduce you to tonight's guest, Miss Selena Gomez.
Hi.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much for having me. This is amazing, Samantha.
I am so glad you're here.
I want to say your name like Sex and the
Samantha.
City. Like Samantha.
I love it. I felt it. By the way, you look
Yes.
amazing.
Thank you.
The dress is giving, girl. You're making me look all casual compared next to you.
All I can say is, even if I can't see it, I believe in it, I feel it, and I'm going to look gorgeous, even if, these eyes don't work.
You own it, and that's all. And, of course, if you guys are not familiar with who Selena Gomez is, she's a comedian, but she's also blind. So she's a woman of many talents.
Yes. It took a long time to get to this spot without any eyes, and it's been a long journey, but I'm very happy we finally got there.
I have a feeling we're going to be saying like a ton of puns tonight.
Please do.
Like I can't help it though, because we're both
Okay.
comedians.
We are both comedians.
So you can't do that to me and like expect me not to, drop some puns. So.
You can say it. Just scream blind for 30 seconds. Oh my God, blind! Now you feel good.
Yes. Right? So awesome. Well, it's been a long time coming.
Yes.
You've been highly recommended on the comedy scene, and of course here in San Antonio a couple times. You got people rooting for you, and they're like, "You need to interview this girl."
Thank
So
God.
I'm like, "Yes, female, Latina, comedian, blind, absolutely."
Yes.
So tell me all the things. I did read,
Yes.
and you're briefly in your bio, that about 5 years ago your life changed.
Yes, absolutely. I've been going through this eyeball journey it started 20 years ago. I literally woke up one day and half the vision in my left eye was gone. And turns out I had retina detachments, and it just started there. And then about 5 years ago, during the greatest year of all, 2020, I had to get a cornea transplant on my right eye, and my optic nerve was like, we're done here. So now I am completely dark in my left eye, and then my right eye, I kind of see this really thick fog. So yeah, that's what's happening now. But it was hard. Of course it's hard. Any kind of medical thing you go through is going to be difficult. But yeah, it was just like a terrible time. But here we are, and it's stupid, and everyone is probably rolling their eyes. I'm gonna roll what I have left, but
You shut up.
it's just a thing where it's like 5 years ago, I didn't think I would never have been here in this moment right now doing comedy if it wasn't because I went blind. And I am actually the happiest I've ever been. And I know that's weird, but it is true.
I love that.
Yeah, it sucks, but
Isn't it weird how, like, I've always said it on this show, things happen for you.
Yes.
Isn't that bizarre when it's like, I know it sounds cliche, but really sometimes shit has to fall, hit the ceiling or whatever in order for things to shift completely in your life to put you where you were meant to be.
Yeah, no, I honestly, 5 years ago, I was living in Washington State. I loved the weather. It was cold all the time. It was my favorite. I was working for Live Nation. I was, working in the concert industry, which I had been doing for years. I had a fiance. COVID happened, my eye stuff happened, and then within before the end of 2020, it was all gone. Fiance, site, job, everything was gone. And I was back in Texas. Shout out to Texas for being so sweaty. But yeah, it's just crazy to think in that moment, I was like, oh God, my life is over. This is terrible. And now I'm like, oh, thank God I run into walls because I can talk about it in comedy.
Oh my gosh.
I'm always like, okay, write that down. That was so funny whenever I just fell off of stairs. You know what I mean?
Oh my gosh. Be careful, Mija. Be careful. Okay. Silly question.
Yes.
But not a silly question.
No.
How does a retina detach? I'm dying to
know.
know.
People can get it multiple ways. If you get hit in the face, if something, I don't know, shakes your eye. I'm not a doctor, but mine happened because there wasn't enough retina. My eyes are long. I don't know. That's the only long thing on me, but they're long, so there wasn't enough retina to cover it. So there was little tears, and they do multiple surgeries. They can do oil in your eye. They do an air bubble. They can, I don't know, they do laser. They've done everything they could to my eyeballs, but they were just like, no, we're good. We're out. It's fine.
This is it. It's over.
It's over. And of course, you get, and a lot of people, you don't realize how many people are visually impaired until you start actually listening to people. Just because I'm almost completely blind, there are people out there who are visually impaired that use white canes and they still have some sight. So it's a scale, you know what I mean?
Right. Oh,
so
okay.
And it also helps, I think, a lot when I know people are weird around me. Does that, you know what I mean? They're like, oh, she has a stick. What is she going to do with it? And I'm like, besides hit a piñata, not much.
Well, yours is actually different. I was like, what? Oh, yeah. Her cane
it's so sparkly.
Has sparkles on it. I was like, okay, girl.
I kind of took this stuff. It's so funny. I took all the sparkly ideas because I still can see a little bit of the sparkle in the sun. But Lady Gaga, she said her grandmother couldn't see very well, so she wore no pants when she would dance. And so her grandmother can see her. So kind of the reason I've decided to start wearing the shiny stuff is so if there is other visually impaired people in the crowd, they can have a direction to look. Yeah.
I love it. Yeah. Love it.
Oh my God. I should get the, what is it? The Peace Prize or something. I'm so
you're
giving.
Quite the martyr.
Yes. Oh my God.
Quite the savior.
You're welcome, world.
Right.
I'm just kidding.
We definitely need more female comedians. Yes. I'll tell you that.
Oh
so
my gosh.
How did you even get into comedy?
Oh my God. I'd done radio for a long time. Literally one day I watched a stand up on Netflix and I was like, I could do that. And
what?
Yeah, it was just I could do that. The next day I went on air and someone literally was like, all right, bet. And they put me on a show. And my first show ever was many years ago. And they were like, yeah, you want to do 15 minutes? And I was like, sure. So I wrote a 15-minute set for the first time ever doing comedy, which please God, don't do that. And, so I went and I did I did a couple of shows in Del Rio where I'm from. And then I moved to Washington and I did some open mics at Tacoma, but then jobs got in the way and then just everything went away. So I was like, all right. And whenever I finally went blind, I was like, what am I going to do with myself?
Wow.
I know blind people do stuff, but I don't know what they do because I've never seen it. So
literally and figuratively.
No idea. And I'm pretty lazy. So I'm like, what can I do that's not very hard? I'm kidding. This is difficult.
No,
it is so difficult to do comedy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. And then in January, I moved here and I was like, I'm doing it. Let's go. So I just started going to open mics, and everything happened after that.
You're talking about January of this year?
Yeah, this year. So I've been doing it consistently since January, like mid-January.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you're already on the Bean and Chisme show. Like, what does that tell you?
I don't know if anyone told you, but I was at the Tobin Center.
I saw that with Steve Trevino.
Yes. It was amazing. And I knew Fluffy was there, but I didn't get to meet him.
You didn't?
No, he probably walked by me. I was like, what is that rat? You know what I mean?
Whatever.
No, he's like, why is that girl just being weird? No, it was amazing. It was like 1,700 people. I wanted to throw up and I didn't, so I'm proud of myself.
And you did it. How long was your set on that show?
It was like 4 minutes. It was supposed to be 5, and then they kept cutting me down. But Steve came out, and it was really awesome because I will even admit it. Like, my last joke didn't hit as hard as I wanted it to.
Okay.
Because, comedians were always like, that was the worst
it's
set
hard
we've ever done.
as
Yes.
fuck. It is so hard.
It is so hard. And and then you come off, and everyone's like, oh my God, you did great. And I said, yeah, but, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I don't know about you, but I'm very like imposter syndrome sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Right? Like,
well, that's why I didn't get into it. I was like, I'm not doing this because they were like, you're so funny. And I'm like, that doesn't mean I should be doing stand up. I
Yes.
hold it so high.
Yeah.
That skill set, I hold it. That standard so high that I'm like, there's no freaking way.
and now you love it.
And you were like, I'll do 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Say what?
Day one, I'm like, oh, this is easy, right? Like, no. But it was that thing, and I'm learning. Like, obviously, I'm learning because I'm finally able to do consistent open mics and shows and stuff. And from whenever I first started, it was like me describing everything and like a whole story that just was like, all right, get to the point, Gomez, So now I'm like gotten to a point. So it's good. I'm learning, but I'm having a blast doing it.
That's
so it's
awesome.
really cool.
And you definitely have a talent for it. Not everybody's born that way with the ability to make people laugh. You know?
And it's funny because like when people tell me, oh my God, you're amazing, like you did so good, I'm always like, no, I'm not. So that is something I'm working on in therapy, is taking compliments and, believing in myself, because it's hard. Right? It's hard to be like,
we're our own worst critics. We are.
And we're so mean to ourselves sometimes. And I gotta stop.
Yeah.
I gotta stop.
And they're always like, you need to believe that you deserve it. I'm like, I believe it, dang it. What else do I got to shift up in here?
I am manifesting the crap out of this right now. I did. I think at the beginning of this year, our friend Gabriel, he had this like little, I don't know, something was happening in the sky. I don't know. It was like the moon or the stars.
Oh, like some sort of like solar eclipse or something.
Something like that. And we like wrote out our manifestations and then we burnt it. Well, I had help burning it. So my friend Erin, I trusted her with a lighter. But what I wrote for my goal was to be as rich as Taylor Swift.
Okay.
So
and why not?
I'm just like, I don't know, $1 billion away from that.
Exactly.
So I'm real close.
But you're not at zero.
I'm not.
Period.
I got $172 in the bank right now. So
I love it.
Killing it.
The average American ain't got jack right now, so you're winning.
You're
winning. But somebody told me in comedy too. He was like, I was like, yeah, but I'm not this, and you're not that. And he's like, were you invited to perform? I was like, yes. Yeah. At LOL Comedy Club, that's the biggest club in San Antonio. Yes. It is. Did you get a paycheck? Yes. My check on my fridge, I think it says like $100 from LOL Comedy Club San Antonio. He's like, then you are a comedian.
Oh my God.
You are paid to make people laugh.
That is crazy because I have the $50 check I got from LOL in my purse right now.
What?
And it's like I've deposited 3 weeks ago, but I'm like, I'm going to get a frame and just like frame it.
You have to.
Because you know how like businesses will frame their first dollar or whatever? I'm like, I got my check from LOL. Shout out to them. They're amazing people.
And they're equal opportunists. They're happy to get stage time for lots of locals and stuff like that.
And
beginners.
That's where I met some of the comedians. Was they did a workshop with Steve Trevino and Cleto Rodriguez and Brian Hart. So that's kind of where I got to know a lot more of the local comics as well. Like there are so many wonderful comics in San Antonio. I can't believe it. Every time I go to an open mic, I'm like, oh, they're better than me.
Whatever.
I know. And again, it's that thing. But you know what? I'm proud of myself. I mean, again, we have to say positive things about ourselves.
Yeah. So you know what people like in your position? I don't like. I would just I'm a pussy. Yeah. When not in the bad way, but like you know what I'm saying? Like I cry over the dumbest little things, and I'm like, oh, woe is me. And there's people like you have to overcome tremendous obstacles, and you show up.
You have to.
And you show up in beauty and style.
And you don't know you can accomplish something until it happens to you. And I think it's funny because I know people are like, oh, I could never be blind. I was like, well, I didn't choose this, but you know what I mean? But that's the thing. It's making me a different person. It's making me I'm not on social media as much as I used to. I like talking to my friends more. Like it became this whole like life change, of course. I have to depend on people. I have to trust people. And it's a lot. It's layered on going from one day being completely independent to depending on somebody. But now I moved here in January, and I'm living alone for the most part. So I'm cooking, I'm cleaning, I'm doing all of this stuff on my own.
Wow.
Because I have to. Because I don't expect people to take care of me unless you're really rich. Then please take care of me.
Then why not?
Yeah,
let him.
But that's like.
What about your boyfriend?
Oh, hi Brian, I love you. I call him. His name is Senor Squish to me. He's in my phone at Senor Squish.
Oh,
He's probably.
Is he squishy?
He's very squishy.
Let me squish.
I love him
Where's
so
he
much.
at?
He's in Del Rio.
Okay.
So we are doing a long distance, girl.
Dang, you are committed.
We are very committed, and literally I saw him for his birthday this past Monday, so happy birthday to him.
Okay.
And it's been crazy, and going from living with a person for 2.5 years to then being completely away from them, and thankfully Del Rio isn't too far, but now it's all on me. It's on my own, and that was part of the conversation we had was I want to be independent where I can take care of myself and not depend on him to do it all or my family.
Okay.
So not only was it me going for this career of comedy, but also proving to myself that I can be independent. It just looks different than it used to be. So yeah, it's been a ride, and he's been so supportive. He's been so amazing. I call him multiple times a day, and I'm like, "What do you think about this joke?" And then I'll say it, and he'll be like, "He's like, you're better than that. Don't use the F word so many times."
It's hard at the beginning.
Yes.
When you're green in comedy, you can tell a comedian's not experienced because they're just dropping
If they're just cursing
or talking
all the
about
time.
private parts all the time.
I mean, I still do that.
I mean,
so
I do naturally, but like stand up, you gotta pace it.
You gotta pace it. You can't give all vagina up front.
Right.
You gotta give them a taste. Never mind. We're done. We're done with that one.
We'll replace that word with cookie.
Thank
I
you.
use the word cookie.
Cookie. Oh.
Do you have another word for?
Vagina?
It sounds like fajita.
Yeah. Well, girl.
Still tastes good,
Thank you.
right?
It does.
So I'm sure Brian would agree.
Yes, I love him so much.
So Brian, so you separated from, he's in Del Rio, you're over here, and you're doing things on your own. Why San Antonio? Why not Austin?
I have some friends here that like me enough to kind of help me out.
Oh, you have support.
Yeah, I have support. And that's the thing. It really did come down to, it was timing. Everything kind of fell into place. I have wonderful the O'Neill family who take care of me, like rent a house to me for a cheaper price, because there's things that, I mean, yeah, I get a disability check, but that's not anything in today's world. It's crazy. But yeah, so I have one of my best friends, Erin's here. I made new friends because of her. Gabriel, like just my friend Lacey, who I've known for over 20 years, and Lisette. You need a support system. Even if they're not living with you, they still care about me. They'll order me an Uber if I just feel overwhelmed and I can't do it. And there's moments where I have to admit that I need help, and that's hard.
Oh my gosh,
it's so
I am
hard.
the worst.
Yes, girl.
So how do you know, like, okay, at this moment, I know that I need to ask for help. Like, what is your tipping point where you're like, Selena, or you call yourself Gomez? Gomez, get it together, ask for help.
Like a bad bitch, but you know.
Oh, princess.
Yes, thank you, princess. Yes. I think it's surprisingly, I've learned patience. That's another positive that I was forced to work on is patience. Having to learn how to use a phone now when it talks to you, finding out the tricks. And then there's just days when you don't have enough energy in your body and you just need someone to help you. And that's for anybody. Even if you're, you can see you're perfectly healthy. There are days where you don't have the brain capacity to actually do something. And that's why you do need your friends and your family, and you have to trust and be there for others. So yeah, it's very interesting how my whole brain has completely changed my thought process. It's really neat.
And it's so amazing to see how far you've been able to come despite, just 5 years ago, all this happened for you. And then, of course, you're Del Rio, so you're a Texas girl, came to San Antonio, started in the comedy scene just, in January of this year. And you're really taking a leap of faith and you're shifting. So one of the things I talk about in my blog, it's called the Chingona Club, How to Be a Chingona.
Ooh, yes.
And the blog I recently released was called Resilient, like how to be resilient.
Oh, yes.
When shit just doesn't go the way you planned. And you are the prime example of that.
You have to. And it's funny because 3 years ago, I wasn't this. I was depressed. I was in bed in the dark. Well, more than, you know what I mean. But like just being so sad and so angry and so like just everything sucked and my world was taken away from me. Like it took a while to get here. It wasn't just like, I'm blind, let's go, whatever. It had to be.
So you went through it.
Oh yeah. I went absolutely through it. There was of course times that, why am I here? And these thoughts of, what am I going to do? What am I worth now? Because I'm not who I used to be. And therapy, thank God for therapy, number one. And number two, it was that thing of like, okay, feel your feelings. My therapist said, grieve. You have to grieve for what you lost.
Yeah.
And that's something I didn't even think that was an option. And as soon as he said that, I was like, oh crap, that does make sense,
Yeah.
So you have to grieve. You have to go through it. So yeah, I'm doing it now. There's still days where, I get frustrated and I do a joke where I was making mac and cheese one day and I was all badass about it. Like, oh, I made my own mac and cheese. And then I like put it in the bowl and I take a bite and I'm like, why is this really sweet?
What?
And it turns out I had chocolate milk instead of regular milk.
No.
I ate it. I was hungry and high. But,
she's like, I still ate that shit. I don't care.
But it is that thing. It's like there's going to be days when it's just not going to happen for you. And that's anybody. And that was one of those days. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So the Hot Pockets are pretty good to eat. So,
Hot Pockets are amazing.
They're easy to make. But
as much junk food as that is, I don't care. Those
my
things
diabetes
slap.
just loves it.
Do you have diabetes?
Girl, type 2.
Why?
This loves so much ice cream and candy. It's ridiculous. I'm on that Monjaro, and right now I'm sweating, and I don't know if I'm like premenopausal or if it is the diabetes because
it could be a little bit of everything. You know what I'm saying?
The hormones.
The lights are bright.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't even know they were there. Sorry.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
I'm sorry, I really didn't know. Oh my God, I'm sweating.
Well, just letting you know,
No,
to your back right, there's a huge ass light.
Dude, you know what's so funny? Everyone's like, to your right, and I'm like, crap, which one's right? All the time.
Do you still forget right, left?
Oh my God, yes. I'm always running. And my boyfriend will be like, right, and I'll go left. And he's like, I said right. And I said, well, you're a man in America, and I don't want you to tell me what to do.
Right.
So it's not my fault, really.
So do you ever play like Marco Polo or hide and go seek or something?
Ooh,
stupid?
girl,
Like,
so
let's play a sexy game because
No,
I can't find you right now.
I am not a sexy game player. Like we get it done and we go to bed. But one of my favorite games we play.
Is it better when you're blind? Because like people blindfold themselves.
Yeah.
Like here.
I mean, look, you're not
look.
focusing on anything. Like I can't tell that, like my stretch marks are showing, you know what I mean? Like I'm just
empowered to be like, yeah.
It's so empowering when you can't see how your body looks like it's melting. You know what I mean? Like it's just gotten to that point now where I'm like, honestly, I really just get naked in front of anyone at this point. I'm like, this is your problem, not mine.
It really is.
Yeah. I've just gotten to the point. Like earlier, I was changing into this dress and I was like, hey, are your windows open? And my friend was like, well, kind of halfway. I was like, I don't care. Screw it. And I don't care. That's like another positive thing about being blind. I don't care anymore what people like think of what I look like or what I should look like or whatever it is. I'm like, dude, we have more things to worry about than, this looking all right. But shout out to my friend Erin who did this. So.
For real. We do.
What if I just said I did this on my own?
I would have been very impressed. I mean, I'm already impressed, but I would have already been like way like mind blown.
Like, oh, she's not really blind. Ooh, there's people out there who do not think I'm blind. It's really funny.
Like, how do you make that up? I mean, I've seen the little pranks and stuff that people do online, but like, why would you want to make that up?
Those people are sick and disgusting.
No,
I'm just kidding.
No, they are though. There's weirdos out there that
That
But then
juiced up the
all kinds of shit. What's that chick's name? The Munchausen's. Que la chingada.
Yeah, with Gypsy Rose and her mom. Oh my God, Gert.
Freaking pretending she had to have surgery and everything.
Dude, how terrible. Anyway, I can go on a whole tangent. I love me some murder stuff, so.
Okay, well, speaking of murder stuff,
yes.
have you heard of the recent body that was found in the back of a Tesla with a singer named David? And it's a big national headline right now.
No.
They revealed the body, who it was, and it was a 15-year-old girl.
What the crap?
Yes, and she'd been missing for 2 years.
2 years?
Yeah, this chisme is hot.
So when she was 13, or was she kidnapped at 15?
If she's kidnapped. I don't know if she ran away at 15 and they just found her body. I don't know.
In the car?
Yes, in the back of a Tesla, in the trunk.
Was it Elon? It wasn't Elon?
It wasn't Elon.
I was just curious. Allegedly. I don't know.
Anyway.
No, but it was a singer, right? You said it was.
His name was David. I didn't know who he was, but
Yeah, I don't know.
in the headlines,
That is
whatever, they were like, this guy's super famous. Like, I had no idea who it was.
Disturbing.
I know.
And people are so, I'm
the
like,
tea is hot on
it
that
is
murder
really hot
story.
because I'm like, all right, well, was she sex trafficked? Like my whole brain right now is like, I have to go do a deep dive into this.
Yes, so now you can.
Have you heard about there might be a serial killer in Austin that people are covering up? Oh my gosh.
Well, I know that there is a serial killer out. There's been multiple though. Now I'm confused.
Yeah, but there was one, I don't know, they were just like picking people off Rainy Street.
Oh,
and
yes,
it was,
I heard that.
Anyway,
Yep.
I was following a group. I think it got taken down, but again, I can't do the work to find these people. So I just watch murder shows.
Gotcha.
It's my game.
I do get frustrated with murder shows that don't have the solving at the end. Like
Cold
it kills me.
cases?
I don't like that.
I
I
can't
need to
handle
know.
it.
I need closure.
Right?
I need closure.
Right? It's like, no,
I need
don't.
justice too.
At that point, I'm just like, well, the husband did it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we
like
can kind of
90% the husband, right?
Yeah. I was also going to ask you today's headline that the Jimmy Kimmel show has been canceled indefinitely off of ABC, and I wanted, and now they're talking about late night in general
Just being
shut down and censoring, pretty much the freedom of speech, all that kind of thing out the door. So, how do you feel about that?
No, it's bullshit, honestly. Like, it's just ridiculous. I mean, things are going on in the world right now that are very heartbreaking and unneeded and unwarranted, and we are divided, and it really does suck. And unfortunately, I am not that person that can be emotionally sane enough to have an opinion because I'm gonna be real honest. There's things that I would like to say, and I don't know. You have sponsors, but yeah, no. It's to me, and it is becoming this thing of freedom of speech. It's a big thing, and especially for comedians, that is a big deal.
Right.
I did a show the other day. It was literally in the middle of nowhere, and I was afraid for my life. No, I wasn't really afraid, but I was like, what joke am I going to do? What can I take out? What should I put in? Because I didn't want to offend or, cause issues for the host and stuff. And so I was already censoring myself in a way before I even went on stage. And that moment I was like, this is not what I should be doing. I should be able, as a comedian, as anybody in the United States of America, we should be able to say what we want, but there are consequences for what you say.
Right.
And
right.
you saying ugly things, someone saying, disturbing things, there are consequences. And that could be, from your own family or your friends. Like, there are people that I no longer, talk to because they're on the wrong side of history, and I'm not okay with that.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
But again, I absolutely believe in the freedom of speech. We can't get rid of that, because the moment we are silenced, we're all down. It's all downhill from there. And I'm afraid it is getting that close.
It's so scary right now. And it sucks to even say that.
Yeah.
But so I've been in the business for a little while, and I've kind of seen the evolution of how things have gone down. So it's been interesting to me. So the whole chingona word that I've, been talking about for many years, I wasn't the only one, but I was one of the first to be like chingona out loud, and everybody like tried to shush me. They were like, don't say that, especially my own mother.
Yeah.
She was like, oh my God, que mala, you don't say that. But I was like, no, like that's a sense of empowerment. I'm going to speak my mind. It's not 1992 anymore, Mom. Like we're in 2025 or whatever I said.
I have a Facebook page and I can say whatever I want.
Yeah, like, you know, it's like, we're not in your times anymore, Mom. So then, like, I felt like, great, now we can kind of speak our own mind. And you have to remember back then, and when I say back then, not too long ago, like, it's called shock jock radio was a thing where the radio DJs would just say what they wanted. And the sports radio is, like, the biggest thing. They can say whatever they want. Talk about tits, talk about ass. They go live from all the little titty bars. They don't care. And they celebrate being a man. Yeah. You could say what you want, you know? And when women... Don't you dare. You show your little naga and they're like, you slut. Yeah. You whore.
No, I know.
How dare you? So they judge you so badly and they just tear you to shreds. And then they don't even respect you.
Right? Like you can stand up for yourself and then they want you to be, you know, they want you to be confident, but also not too confident.
Oh, no. Yeah. Like, be sexy, but don't be too sexy.
Exactly.
It's just the strangest thing. So now I feel like we're going backwards. And this thing called cancel culture started where it's like if you said something really shocking or bad, then everybody unfollow, ban them from Target and Walmart and da-da-da-da. And I'm like, what are we doing? Like, what are we really doing? Like, how have we come to this point now? Late night could be canceled forever. Like, what?
I mean, it won't get canceled forever. They're just going to put their own talking heads in those spots, and then it's going to become more isolation of. It's just, it's really, it's
like, are we not in 2020? Like, are we in the Twilight Zone? Sometimes I have to pinch myself.
It's not 1984. We're not in Handmaid's Tale, but it's heading that way. And that's what's so scary about it is like, I don't know if you've watched The Handmaid's Tale, but my God.
I've seen some episodes,
literally, you'll be watching it and I'm like, oh, that just is happening right now. Like, things like that are frightening. And again, my boyfriend, he's a journalist, like he's an editor of a newspaper. So he is very like facts and opinions down the line, right?
Okay.
I am more outspoken and I have my views and I'll go on, you know, the other day I commented when I know better to not, I shouldn't comment on anyone, right? But I did comment and I, of course, was attacked and I was like, what? And I'm trying so hard. I guess what I'm trying to say is, I just asked them a question of like what they thought about, you know, gun laws. And then it became this whole thing of like, oh, well, did the fork make you fat? That someone wrote me that. And I said, no, actually it was a spoon because I love ice cream. And also I use my fingers more now that I'm blind, but it could be because I'm a liberal. So that's kind of how I take it. You know what I mean? Like, it's just kind of like, it sucks. It's sad, but and then my boyfriend, he's like, why do you even respond? And I had to tell him this. I said, because if I stop talking, if I stop bringing this out into the public, I'm going to be silenced. There are people out there who can't say anything. Like, they're afraid for their lives.
Yeah,
they're afraid for, you know, losing their jobs. And if I can be that one person in the annoying comments that's like, no, I got your back, that's all that matters. You have to have people who are going to stand up and say something. And I'm not saying I'm going to, you know, run for political office yet, but we'll see what happens.
Somebody's got to do the job.
Someone's got to do it.
Do it right.
Know? I mean, we had a reality star. What about a comedian? You know what I mean?
Why not?
Let's do it.
At this point in America, anything is possible. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen.
They said that when we were children, but unless you were, you know, white and a male, then sorry. No offense to white men.
You know? I'm just saying. I mean, I've said it in my stand-up many times. I would marry a white boy for the benefits.
You have to.
You know, because I want to get in the front of the line at Luby's and stuff like that.
I love me
and then, like, when we get pulled over, I'll be like, I'm Samantha Smith.
Yes.
Not, you know, like, I want to get the benefits. You know, they come with benefits. Just like, girl, just like you come with that disability.
Oh, girl.
The white boys come with privilege, too.
No, and it is that thing, too, because my mom is a white lady from Connecticut. I mean, like.
So are you half?
I'm half. My dad is he's from the United States. My grandparents are from Zaragoza, Mexico.
Okay.
So I was in a multi, you know, household, and it was just very interesting because whenever we were little, I was born and we lived with my grandparents, my huito and my huita.
Aww.
And I knew Spanish as a little kid, but then of course, you know, they moved out, you know, I lost all of that. And to be fair, I was brought up on the border of Louisiana and Texas. So it was very southeast. Like my aunts and uncles who are Mexican would say like, oh, we're going to make tamales. You know what I mean? Like with an accent, like with a twang. And then I moved to Del Rio in 2000 and I was like, oh, this is culture shock. And it was culture shock for someone who, you know, I was a halfie. So it was just interesting. And now I'm like, thank God I moved there because I really do think it made my life better to have different kind of people around you and not just, you know, this one closed-minded, you know, sect of the community. So yeah, no, I am getting more in touch with my Latina side. It's interesting because my mom very much was like, well, you're not going to have a quinceañera unless you speak Spanish. And I was like,
that's
well,
funny. You're like, so, ¿cómo estás?
I'm like,
yo puedo hablar español.
Yeah, I wish I could speak Spanish, but I can pick it up. But that is something that now that I am blind, I'm like, oh, I could learn another language. What else am I going to do?
Yeah.
So it's on the list.
Okay, so can we have a quinceañera for you when you feel
yes,
comfortable?
Please. Oh my God, could you imagine? Are you gonna come out in a big dress with me? Like we're just like, oh.
I'm gonna be more of like the bridesmaid in the back,
yes.
but the homegirl that like hypes you for sure.
And then just make sure you let me have some vodka just in between dances with my padrinos.
Okay. You know, the quinceañeras these days are out of control.
They're insane.
I never, like back in the day, you did the ballroom. The church real quick, a little Bill Miller barbecue was like top tier and rice and bean plate. And then it was and it was popping back. And you had a lot of strangers too.
Just like you're like, I don't know who that is. Well, that's your cousin's cousin. And you're like, what? Or whatever. Hi. But yeah, no, my sister she is a baker. She makes like those cakes that are
the crazy cakes.
Amazing.
Yeah.
The Sleeping Lady Bakery. Look her up later. Okay. But she did a quinceañera here and it was like 5 tiers tall and it was like hanging on the chandelier. Like it was a whole thing and it was a quinceañera. And it was I didn't get to see it obviously, but you know, from what she described, it was phenomenal.
And you saw what a quinceañera was before you went blind.
Yes. So I just turned 40 in June. So my last,
welcome to the 40 club.
Yes, hey. I'm excited. No, I'm actually, you know what's weird? I wasn't afraid to turn 40. Like I was kind of like, all right, let's see what happens. I mean, life isn't. Yeah, you have to embrace it. That's great.
I think I was on the fence on certain things. And it was like almost like my body when I turned 40 was like, okay, you're 40. You're going to start sweating at night. Your hair is going to fall out. Girl, your taste buds are different. And shit's just going to like, did that happen for you?
Okay, I do another joke where I talk about how one day when I was in my 30s, my chichis were looking forward to the future. And then when I turned 40, they kind of just separated, and now my nipples look like they got into a fight and no longer want to acknowledge each other. So that's how I describe my breasts on air, or on the comedy show.
So they were friends and now they're apart. Now that you're 40.
They got a divorce. So
see, I don't have what you call that problem.
Yeah,
I am the president of the Itty Bitty Titty Committee.
Girl,
this is all bra, dude.
Oh, me too. No,
There's nothing in here.
Mine basically looks like an empanada with nipples at this point. You know what I mean? Like they're just kind of like, it's here. Oh, what's happening?
Let me see your empanadas.
Well, they're coming out.
They're coming out. Cover the
them.
empanadas,
Thank
please.
You.
Oh, that's so. You know what's so
Y'all
funny?
Stay in there. Just because I brought you up. Sorry.
They always want attention, right?
They always want to come out, and I'm like, yeah, no.
You know what's so funny? I had a show last week, and I had this like low cut thing, this little vest on, and Chona told me that my boobs look like chicken cutlets.
Yeah.
Literally, I died. She was like, "Hey, chicken cutlets." I was like, "Dude, I'm about to go on the stage." I think I was on the stage at that point.
She was like, "Hey, you're chicken cutlets."
Little chicken cutlets.
Do you use those ones that the like little they go with? I call them the chicken cutlets.
Yeah, they are like little chicken they're nude and they're jelly, and you stick them in here and they give you a little boost.
And again, this is that thing where it's like I don't really want to care, you know, what people think, but also I just want them to be symmetrical.
Okay. Yeah.
I like balance, and this one never got the memo. It's very tiny on its own.
We all have that one. We have that one that kind of.
I always say, don't pay attention to her. She doesn't deserve that.
She doesn't deserve it.
She didn't grow up enough.
That's so funny. Grow up already.
I make this joke, if I ever do get rich, I'm going to get my boobs done, but like real huge and obnoxious. So I can just knock things over with them.
Right?
Or I could use them as like my, blind cane situation. So I'll know where the doors are.
So, okay. So if you won the lottery,
Okay,
what
yes.
are your signs that Selena has won the lottery?
Oh my God. I'm going to have 6 gay men chiseled, carrying me around in a throne.
Why do they have to be gay? Why can't they be straight? Because you could play with them.
I don't want to mess with straight dudes anymore. I'm
Okay,
good. Like,
okay, cool.
It's over it at this point. I got one. He's at home.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Hi-
He takes care of
Hi,
the
Brian.
kids. Hi, Brian.
No offense.
Send the money. Send the money. We
Cash
got child
App.
support. I don't have children. I just have dogs and cats.
Oh, they count. They count.
Do you have children?
I do have a daughter.
Very nice.
She's 11.
How old is she?
She's 11. She's about to be
my
12.
gosh. How's
She's
that
about to go
going?
35. Going on 35.
Yeah.
She is a woman beyond her age. She's always kind of
Yeah.
been born with an old soul.
Yeah.
So I feel like at this point she's raising me. I really do. I really do. And I feel like God sent her to me because I didn't know if I really wanted kids.
Yeah.
But I feel like God sent her to me to get my shit together because
Oh, yes.
I am crazy. Like I'm a party girl. I'm a wild horse, and she keeps me on a 9 to 5 kind of vibe.
Yeah. She's like, Mom, you will be home at 11:30.
Yeah, I have to behave because I have a child. Otherwise, I would not behave. It's not in my nature.
That's so crazy. And again, it's that thing that everything happens for a reason.
Right?
And she's supposed to, and y'all love each other and take care of each other.
I don't know who her dad is, though.
Girl, thank God.
I'm
You
just
do you really
kidding.
not?
I do have a joke, a stand-up joke, where I'm like, does anybody know who her dad is? Because I don't know.
I don't know.
And I really do. Poor guy. He's out there. He probably hears my stupid joke, and he's probably like, I'm in her life, but now, like, why would you say that?
And you're like, well,
Well,
I blacked
you
out
don't
that
deserve
night,
the
so,
credit. Graham Central Station, 2011. Okay,
Shout
remember the taco
out.
truck we raced to right when the club lights went down? That's when it all happened. And
and I
after
said-
that, I didn't hear from him, so I was like, you don't get to see her.
and now,
Now he's there, whatever.
ugh. I guess
That
you
is
can
not how
have a
the story
dad.
went down, but this version of the story, you guys, is so much more interesting. Because it's like my story is so stupid, typical. It's like we broke up.
Yeah.
After we broke up, I got pregnant.
Yeah.
We tried to work it out, had Ava, and then we were like, we don't really like each other. And I was like, I told you.
Yeah, right. I knew immediately after this happened that I didn't like you, but
No, I knew before.
Oh,
We
no.
broke up before.
Why are we women? Okay, so I will say
It's
women
that one
are.
hookup night, and then I got pregnant because I was like, it's just my ex. Like, why not?
Yeah.
We're just
Just, like,
gonna,
let
we're
it
never gonna see
happen.
each other again.
Yeah.
Like, whatever.
And
And then here we go, 9 months
then
later.
you get knocked up.
Yeah.
And now you have to see him every day, almost like holidays. We like on the good days, not like
Yeah.
a Wednesday or a Tuesday, but like
No.
Friday nights or like Christmas. You're like, God, dude,
Yeah.
you're not worth it.
Well, here's the thing is like we've gone through this journey of like I couldn't stand him, but then
Yeah.
we've done full circle. I'm like, I'm so grateful for
Yeah.
him because of who she is, wouldn't be without both her mom and her dad. Like her DNA literally is so perfectly designed. And so, but I went through this whole phase with him of like, I can't stand you, blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah. But the one thing I will tell you about being a single mom that sucks the most is sharing. I don't like sharing.
God.
So we do this thing like every other holiday, like this Thanksgiving, she's with me, and now, and it's just like the worst.
so
Your heart
hard.
hurts
Yeah.
when you're like, oh, it's Christmas and
And I'm not here. My
she's opening
baby's not
gifts
here.
somewhere else. Yeah.
Yeah.
So don't have kids.
I wasn't planning on it.
Oh, good.
The eggs
Don't
that
get
are,
knocked up by one of those gay chisel dudes in your.
if that's the only way I'm going to have a baby, because I would be like, give me your sperms.
Yeah. They
Because
have
you're
that-
hot.
Yes.
No offense, Brian. But also my eggs are kind of like drying up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd probably, they're probably not really good ones. I used to make fun of a lot of babies when they were ugly. So I'm
So
pretty
you
sure.
gave them ojo, and that's how you got ojo.
Yup.
Do
That's
you
exactly what
believe-
happened.
Do you believe that you went blind because you gave somebody ojo?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Okay.
I really wouldn't. I'm a terrible person. Well, I was. Now I'm perfect. But before I was terrible.
That is so funny.
You remember, what is it? Oh my God. I don't even remember.
Llorona,
that too.
lechuza,
Oh
what were
my
you going to
God.
say?
Well, no, it was like, what's that one where it's like stick a needle in my eye if I lie? And I was, what is that thing? Liar? No, I'm just making it up now.
Okay, got
But
it.
I've had a lot of needles in my eye. So
Literally.
I always say that I probably was like some terrible person in my past life. Like, this is why I'm blind. Or God made me blind so I'd slow down and not take over the world. So
yeah, he knew you were too hot and too powerful. He was like, she needs to calm down. Let's make her blind.
Yes.
We're going to give her something to slow her ass down. This is what he gave you.
Yes. So now I just run into walls all the time.
But now you're running the stages.
Yes. It's so, dude, I'm not kidding. If anyone's ever wanted to do comedy, thought about it, just do it. It's embarrassing. It's hard. But the thing is, you're doing what a lot of people will never do in their whole entire life.
Period.
And that's what's so crazy. Like, what is it? The number one thing people are afraid of is public speaking.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever I was in 8th grade, I was in a choir. I can't sing. I literally was like, we were doing a Christmas pageant, and it was like we were singing songs from different countries. And I volunteered. I was like, I want to introduce all the countries. So I went up to the mic the night of the show, and I froze. And I couldn't say anything. And I just sat there like a weirdo in front of all the children in my school. It was a lot, and I'm still processing it.
Clearly, she's traumatized.
And then in college, my freshman year, I had to memorize a poem for like one of my English classes or something.
God.
And I got up there, I got halfway through, and I blinked out, and I left crying. And it was so traumatic. And then finally, I just like, well, I mean, it doesn't matter. Just go and do it. So now I'm doing it to prove to my 8th grade self that I'm not useless.
That I can do this.
I can't do it, little Selena. Well, she was chubby too, but you know.
But she was beautiful and cute.
She had ugly. Girl, no.
She wasn't?
Girl.
So you were the glow up? You're glowing up.
Yes, at 40. But no, I literally, when I moved to Del Rio, I was going in 9th grade. I went to the hairstylist. I was like, I just want some layers. I had long, curly hair. The lady chopped off my hair like a bowl cut.
Ew.
And then I had these thick glasses. I was disgusting.
Damn.
Like the grossest.
So why, like,
My
can we
mom
go back
hated
and
me.
beat her up?
Yes.
Why would she do that to you? Do you remember her name? Because Del Rio is real small, y'all. We'll go find the lady who messed her up in the 9th
I probably
grade.
beat her up in Mexico one time. I don't remember.
That's so messed up.
Yeah. But it was just crazy because it was like, going into a new school, a high school, and then I looked like, someone dropped me in a bunch of turds.
Wow,
so.
I'm so sorry that
And I feel bad
happened.
for that girl because I did care. You know what I mean? Of course. But
Wow.
now I'm like, nah, girl, your life gets way better.
Yeah,
Just
I know.
wait.
But we all go through that like awkward teenage phase where we think the world's gonna end.
God, I wish I was as fat as I was in high school. I was super thin. But the whole time I was like, I'm disgusting.
I know.
And
Why are we like that?
Because society.
But what if we apply that theory now? Not even the theory, the truth of it is that the perception of how we look and who we are is off.
Yeah.
It's really off. So like if you knew that back then you were fat and you weren't, what about right now if I think I'm ugly and I'm actually super badass?
I know I'm gorgeous. So that helps a lot.
Okay.
But it was that thing whenever I was a kid that I did watch Saturday Night Live a lot. And I really and I think even as a young person, I wanted to do something that would make me laugh. But then you watch these shows and movies and there was no chubby girls doing stuff on the screen.
Yeah.
So literally in my head, I was like, all right, after I do theater in high school, like I'm no longer going to do any kind of acting or anything because there's no potential. Or, there's nobody else that looks like me. And I think this is why comedy is so perfect for me because now I'm like, oh no, I can do this. And there are women out there who look skinny, thin, fat, whatever the crap, we all look different, but yet we're doing one thing and that's making people laugh. And it is a drug. It is one of the most addicting things I have ever, besides sugar, but...
Sugar booger.
Sugar.
Sugar
Sugar and booger. Well, that's college. We'll talk about it later.
Okay.
Allegedly. But no, I'm just saying, it is that thing where you sit there and you make one person laugh, even if other people aren't laughing. I'm like, yeah, give me that. I love it so much.
Yes. I get high when other comedians laugh at me.
Yes.
So like when Trona, I tell Trona this all the time because I think she's one of the funniest people I've ever met.
Freaking hilarious.
When she's like, like me, I'm like, me? Little old me made you laugh. So it is definitely.
Isn't it? It's like
the
rewarding.
ego boost. Like,
when Steve Trevino, when he saw me at the workshop, I could hear him laughing, and I was like, "That's it, I'm done. Like,
I can go home now.
I can go home. Like, I'm done. I've become a comedian. I'm good. Let's go home."
So what is the goal? Like, are you gonna go as big and far as you possibly can?
I would like to EGOT it. I want a Grammy. I want an Emmy. I want an Oscar. I want a Tony. I want it all. I want a BAFTA. I want a Kids' Choice Award if they still got those. BET definitely. Award. If I don't get a BET, then I'm gonna be real mad because I did a lot of things with a lot of black men.
Yeah, and you need the community support. She supported their community.
Deserve it.
Yeah.
Do you have an award that I can have?
That's funny.
I'm sorry. Fourth wall. Sorry, I broke it. My apologies. But no, yeah, I want to
exist.
I want to travel. I want to go places. Like, I've already set a goal. Oh, God dang it. I always do that.
That's okay.
Speaking of traveling, I am going to Chicago for the Latino Comedy Festival.
Yes, congratulations. That's coming up in October, right?
October 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. And this is my first festival. I never been to Chicago. I cannot wait to meet all these women comedians.
Yeah.
And I wish there was more women comedians out there. I want them all to come out because I'm tired of hearing dudes talk about their penis.
Dude,
you know what I mean?
It is so annoying.
Like,
get out of
I mean, I love all the penis boys out there, but
it's annoying. It is. Yeah. It is hard and it is annoying. I'm not gonna lie because I love guys. I love them all. Yeah. But at the open mics.
It's just bad penis jokes.
It is. It really, and like I said, you could tell they're green when they're like, I did this and I did that with her in bed and then she said this and it's like textbook now. Yeah.
And it's like, we got it. We know not
everyone.
Yeah, we got it.
So we
love you, but we got it.
I know some of your stand-up, because I watched some of it, is about being blind, which is great. What else can they expect when they see you at a show?
Oh my God. How I like to describe my Selena Gomez character, I mean, that is my real name. She's cocky but humble. Mm-hmm. I do believe I'm beautiful. I do believe I'm funny. I have this confidence in myself, but I also at the same time, like when I talked about the joke or the thing with the macaroni and cheese, like that's humbling, right? Like I'll come out and be like, yeah, I'm super amazing, but also I fell off 2 steps the other day and now, I skinned my knees. Whatever it is. But that's the thing, is like I'm able, and I don't think a lot of women are as confident and cocky as we should be. I really think we should be a little bit more egotistical. Yeah. Honestly.
And it's not even like in a negative way. Just own it, girl.
And it's hard.
Believe in yourself. It is hard.
It's hard to own that, man.
It is.
Go to therapy, everyone. Literally, everyone go to therapy. Please, God.
Yeah, no, I've had my own journey of like trying to find my voice and not being afraid to say what I thought. Because I grew up young Mexican girl, and everything was, don't say that. or shush. I was shushed a lot. So as a woman growing up, I was like, oh my God, I wanted to scream as loud and as hard as I could. Yeah. But I'm like, no, you got to find that voice that works where people are actually going to listen to you and not shut you off because you're too loud and too much. But you also want to be authentically yourself.
And that is another thing that going blind has helped me, is to be authentic. I know it's so weird, but I'm not acting anymore as like, oh, I have my life together. You know how people take pictures on social media and they're like on a cruise or like and I'm like, nah, dude, like I'm 90% sitting at in my house with like shirtless and like in my underwear. I'm not going to show it on social media, but for $7.99 a minute, you can call me.
And I will flash you my, what did you call it? Empanadas.
I'll give you 2 empanadas for the price of 1.
All right.
So, but yeah, no, I'm just saying, it's just, be real. People like authenticity. They do. And I think that's what's so funny about it, is like, I have been getting that feedback lately where they're like, we need to know more about you. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, then that's such a weird thing. Cause like a few comedians have said that to me recently. So now I'm going down that journey of like, okay, what else can I pull out that's not just about my blindness? Because that's not only who I am or what I am. So that's what I'm working on next, honestly. That's my work for this week.
So how much time are you at right now as far as stage time?
I can do 20-25 minutes.
That's pretty good. Yes. That's great.
I did 20 minutes at the Artisan a couple of weekends ago, thanks to Big Al. He really has been taking me under his wing, and he's been phenomenal.
Awesome. Shout out Al Gonzalez.
Yeah, he's so great. He's
Yeah,
so
he
good.
is very nice.
Yeah. So, and Irma Ruiz has been so awesome.
By the way,
to me.
shout out Irma Ruiz. She's been on my show, another fellow chingona, but
Yes.
she's also partially blind.
Yes, she is.
How odd is that?
And
Like,
we're both from Del Rio.
That's right. That is right. Like, what are the odds of that?
It was so funny because I had not met her before I came up here, and she messages me and she's like, hey, I see you're like, hi, I'm Irma, da da da. Like, I knew of her, right? Like, everyone told me about her, and she's like, come on over to my house. I want to like record like a show with you, a podcast. So I go over there, and she's like, I honestly wanted you to come over here so I could see who you were. She was like, you're blind,
hilarious.
you're from Del Rio, and
I need to know who you are. I got
Yeah,
competition now.
But that's the thing. She has such different comedy than I do.
She does.
And
Yes,
that's
she
what's
does.
so crazy is like, it's not a competition. And not saying she's ever been that way, but just, I think people have this stigma or this idea that comedians are like, nah, like trying to like always one up each other.
I think the guys are more like that than the girls, comedians.
Because I feel
you've arrived when the gays accept you because they are brutal. You know what I'm saying?
so much.
Dude, gays will roast your ass so fast. They
This
will
is
tear
why.
you. But if they like you, you're like, you're in.
You're in. I want to be on a gay cruise like within the next 6 months. Just like, I want to be like the new Kathy Griffin or whatever's out there.
Yeah, right. You know, I used to have my heart broken by so many gays because they were undercover back then. Like now everybody's loud and proud, a lot more open than back then. Yeah. And I would always have the crush on the prettiest boy.
And the gayest boy.
And the gayest. And like the bodies are sick. And they're like, you know, and you always can tell when somebody's gay when the Beyonce songs come on. So
And
they're
they're just like,
and he's at the bar and he's like, you know, he's all manly and you're like, God damn, he's sexy. And they're like, all the same ladies, all the same ladies. And
with their umbrella drinks.
And you're like, no. And your heart just.
If it makes you feel any better, I should have known that I was gay because I was gay. I was into gay.
I was like,
you guys, I'm coming out right now.
What? It's
I'm
Pride
a
Month
pillow
over, but she's
princess.
still coming out.
Sorry, I'm coming out right now, everyone. You're on Bean and Chisme show. I'm going to show you my Chisme.
Show me.
No, I was in love with Lance Bass from NSYNC. Like, that was my dream man. And that guy is the gayest thing, and I should have known. I went back and watched some videos before I went blind, and he was dancing with, like, hands like this, and I said, how did I miss that?
How did we not know that?
How did I not know this?
Damn.
So yeah, no, my Lance Bass was my dream man, and then I had to figure out what a straight man looks like.
Gay
so
man
that
heartbreak.
was terrible. But yeah, I mean, now my straight man, sorry, Senor Squish, he knows Jason Momoa. The moment I make it and Jason Momoa is like, hey, do you want to come to my beach house? I smell like coconuts and a little bit of man musk, and I'm gonna be like, yeah, baby, let's go.
Yes.
So I'm definitely gonna cheat on my boyfriend with Jason Momoa.
So that's gonna be the other sign that you've made it.
Yeah.
That
You're
Jason
gonna see
Momoa.
me just climbing Jason Momoa.
Oh my God. Invite me over.
Girl, tag team him. That's
Yeah.
fine. I'm gay now.
fine.
I'm gay now. So
That's right. It's so funny. Well, I'm actually going to move on to the next portion of the show.
Oh,
and again, we're going to keep plugging you in at the end. You can tell us your final chingona roar, pretty much. That's what it's about.
Okay.
So I started this thing about 2 months ago now. It's called the Chingona Club.
Okay.
And talking about, you know, coming out, finding your authentic voice and this transformation, becoming a woman who's 40 years old, who's been through some things. I went through a mental health journey, a weight loss journey, a big career journey, and all kinds of decisions. As I'm going through life right now, I'm going into a caregiver journey with my mom. So I am writing everything. And I don't know if I've told a lot of people this, but all these blogs that I'm writing are called How to Be a Chingona, but it's actually going to be a book called How to Be a Chingona. Yes.
Congratulations. That's amazing.
Thank you. And you're an honorary chingona, so welcome to the club. Welcome to the Chingona Club.
Do I have to pay dues, like
Nope.
member dues?
You just got to keep being the baddie you are.
All right, I can do that.
You know?
Absolutely.
Keep showing up. And so it's just women who want to support each other, but I admire you and the people who I admire because of their resilience, who have been through the things.
Yes.
And it's really to let other women know that you're not alone.
Yep.
And you're not crazy. And the things you're feeling are valid. And there are resources for help. And I didn't even know what hormone imbalance was. No idea. What are you talking about?
No one would have told me
No,
that.
things like that. So I'm just sharing, and I really hope that it grows
Heck yeah.
into something bigger. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. But at least
No,
I
it
was
will.
able
It will.
to help and proclaim that.
Yes.
So I'm really excited about the book. But if you want to join the Chingona Club, right now it's free because I just made it up, literally. Like, join it. It's just your email. And you get a weekly blog. And I wanted to say thank you to the sponsors. So the way that I'm going to be able to produce more content, I actually started a series a long time ago. I just didn't finish it. It was called How to Be a Chingona Videos. So it was like buying a house, shooting a gun, investing your money, changing a tire. I need sponsors to help me produce the content. And so I wanted to give a shout out to Monica Gutierrez, who owns a farmer's insurance agency here in San Antonio. Single mama. She's got $1 million agency. Ooh. And she started from the ground up. So she's my first sponsor. Then we've got Evolve Human Labs. And literally, you guys, it's a rest and recovery playground for adults where you just go into saunas and cold plunges and get massaged. And like, it's so amazing. And it's a great concept. So shout out to Jeremy and Courtney for allowing me to share everything about you guys through your sponsorship. I definitely spend a lot of my self-care time there. And we have New Bloom. So New Bloom is a company and it's wellness. Literally, if you need to see a doctor and want to go through hormone therapy or want to find out about weight loss, nutrition, mental health, New Bloom is like the hub. So there's that. And of course, my latest sponsor, Dr. Julio Regalado, he's a chiropractor. He's going to get my neck, my back, and my crack. So I just read today that having a chiropractor and getting your back worked on has so many benefits, especially for women. And so I'm so excited and thankful for all of these sponsors. And if you want to sponsor this, let me know, because there's a lot. We're going to be doing meetups and information workshops. I want to go as big and hard as I can with it, with what I can. And so just wanted to give a shout out to all the chingonas out there and the sponsors who are making all of this happen.
Heck yeah, and you're doing it. You're amazing.
Thank you.
Like, it's having a child, having jobs, having this, having that, like, you're killing it. And
Thanks.
It's beautiful.
Thank you, sister. Yes. I'm just, doing what I've been called to do.
There you go.
Know what I mean? With the skills that I have. That's all I can do.
Being a bad me and the funniest girl.
Somebody's got to do it.
Someone's got to do it. And we're all going to do it.
We are.
And if you're not going to do it, get out of our way. We're going to do it.
Right? You know what I always tell people? You know what? You may not like what I do. Don't judge me for trying.
Yes.
You know what I'm 100%. Saying? Like, you might not like my comedy, you might not like my opinions or my videos, but you can't. You're over there sitting and judging, not doing anything. At least I tried. Yep. And
that's why it's so hard to take people seriously sometimes when they're ragging on you or like writing ugly comments or whatever. You're like, bro, look.
Yeah, it's usually a guy, by the way. Yeah,
it's usually
rarely a girl, but it happens.
But that's what's so weird about it. It's like, we are women and we're doing this, and get out of our way. It really is. And it is nice to know that there are more women out there like you that are coming out, being loud, and not giving one beep, what people are thinking. And I just think it's beautiful what you're doing.
Thank
so
you.
Yeah, heck yeah, girl. Heck yeah.
Well, I thank you so much for coming, taking the time to come. And I know it's been a long time we've been trying to get you out here, and you've been patient. And I'm so glad that we now get to introduce you to all of our followers. So please follow Selena Gomez. What is your Instagram?
My Instagram is Selena Gomez Comedy, and it's Selina.
Right.
That's
get
different.
it?
Yes.
Right.
Not that other girl. I'm original recipe.
Oh, that's right.
Secret spices and everything.
She's real spicy.
No, she's super cute. Sure. And I also hate her because she just came out with an Oreo, and Oreos are my cookies.
Oh,
so
no.
We're going to have to
fight. Well, then you need to come out with an empanada or a pan dulce or something. Your own original. And I can't wait to work with you. So we're going to have some skits coming up, and I'm going to invite you. We got to do some fun stuff together. I know. We have to. It's my favorite thing to do. So, and again, thank you guys so much for tuning. Anything else you want to say out there to the chingonas out there or anybody wants to start comedy? Girl, any of the blind community you want to say?
I honestly, any person who can put themselves out there, be it comedy, be it whatever it is, whatever makes you smile, makes you happy, do it. Put all that energy, put all your love into something, because you only get one life and you never know what's going to happen. And it's yours. It's your life. Don't let anyone else take it away from you.
Boom.
Boom.
And that's that, folks. Real quick, I was just about to wrap.
Oh, yeah.
But I have really quick. So today is the big give in San Antonio. I just have to say it because we're live. in San Antonio, the Big Give is the largest day of giving for nonprofits. And the 24-hour day of giving, it may be over at this point, but I wanted to give a shout out to the Down Syndrome Association of Texas. They help support tons of people in South Texas, either individuals with Down syndrome or children. And they're doing this thing called Open the Door, where they're just fundraising for ADA compliant doors for the kids.
Oh my God, yes.
So it's crazy, right? The things that you don't think people need, we got to fundraise for that kind of stuff. It's crazy. So show some love, show some support.
Please,
We will tag them and leave the Down Syndrome Association information in the comments. But again, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in to Bean and Chisme. As always, it's an honor, a privilege to do this for the community, for the culture, and for comedy. Follow Selena Gomez. I can't wait till you blow up. I mean, you're already blowing. I'm just saying, I'll be like, I remember when she came on the Bean and Chisme.
Girl, you're going to come with me. We're fine. We got this.
Okay, don't forget me. All right, you guys, have a good night. Bye.